I want you to watch this video more careful. Pay attention to it. I'll see you after then for more analysis.
Malema was fired for economic freedom. Not true. It's a lie. It's a lie. That must be clarified. He was fired for ill discipline. He was fired for contravening the constitution of the ANC and the Youth League. He wanted to create a Youth League to be a cult organization that belongs to him, like the EFF. Then the EFF there, no matter how educated you are, you can't even speak. Educated doctors, what they run around with water everywhere. Now here in the ANC, you are allowed to bring your views. That's why in the ANC we have got policy conferences, we have got NGCs, we have got meetings, platforms, we have BGMs. Everyone, we even went further during the local government elections to open up our candidacy to communities. That is the ANC, not a cult organization. That's why everyone who wants to form, who behave like a cult, we expel them in the ANC. When they try to form their own organization, people move away from them. People like Julius is popular on Twitter. If you can do a Twitter vote, according to Twitter, Julius will be the president of the country today. But our communities of the country reaffirms that the ANC is the only parliament of the people.
Now, in order for us to understand what this is all about, we need to listen to Julius Malema back in days when he was still in the ANC. As the president of the ANC youth, here are some of the things that Julius Malema had required for the ANC to apply. And just because he had the request for these things, that had changed everything for him until he was forced to the door of leaving the ANC. I want to listen for yourself and try to compare to what this gentleman had said, and let us try to analyze together and see who's telling the truth and who's lying.
We can never be led by people who interfere in the affairs of the ANC Youth League. We must be able to defend the autonomy of the Youth League. Some people still even have guts to stand up today and say the Youth League must be a desk, undermining the role that the Youth League plays in this country to liberate the poor, but to continue to make the ANC relevant as a fighting force for the total liberation of our people. We will never polish the issue of land. There is no way, even if you try, comrades, leaders, there is no way you can be diplomatic about the issue of land. The leadership of the ANC must implement the Polokwane resolution. Polokwane said, willing buyer, willing seller has failed, we must find an alternative. You have not come with an alternative. We are giving you an alternative. We must take the land without payment. If you've got an alternative, we are prepared to listen. Nationalization of mines is a resolution of this Congress. So perhaps we'll hear very minimal of Malema's policy on nationalization. Because now it's not Malema. 5,000 plus coming from many branches all over South Africa. Nationalization is the policy of the Youth League. We may not agree with the method used in Zimbabwe, but the critical issue is resolved. Land question. We want land. Without land, we are nothing. Why would this South Africa belong to us when we have nothing to show that this South Africa belongs to us? We need the leadership that is ready to resolve this matter. In 2040, not more than 5% will be transferred. What does it mean? It means our economy will still be dominated by the minority. Capital suffers from a mind of a rat. They think if there's going to be an uprising, it's only the ANC which is going to be overthrown. They don't know that we will start with them. here in Santenia. Our people will just walk from Alexander, just across the street, open the fridge, and just mess themselves with cheese and everything else they find in that fridge. We're not going to say it diplomatically. If you want to transfer wealth, who owns this wealth? In whose hands is this wealth? It's white monopoly capital. Those are the people who want to take from and give to the majority. The ANC must lead the people. The ANC must lead with the people. We are asking for leadership. We don't want to remove anybody. We don't want to remove you. We talk about the pain we are going through. We don't read about poverty. We lived poverty. We are asking for radical policy shifts. We are turning 100 years. We want more action from the leadership. Comrades, we must go back and build structures of the youth. And you must be members of the ANC. There must never be a meeting of the ANC where young people do not constitute 50% plus. If we want to change this ANC. And by the way, we are not going to win the ANC over through speaking here in Galaga. We must go to the ground. We are going to a war, comrades. A war for radical policy shift. And you are not going to win it through rhetoric. Youth, you must be everywhere in the structures of the ANC. Every meeting of the ANC, 50 plus. The membership of the ANC, 50 plus.
We want the economy to be transferred into the hands of the people. We want the economy that looks like the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa. If that Parliament is a reflection of South Africa, therefore the economy must look like that Parliament. Nationalization is the solution to the problems we are confronting. Thank you very much.
Yeah! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
According to him, when you listen to him very well, he's saying that Malema was not fight because of the economic freedom in the ANC. Instead, Malema was fight from the ANC because of indiscipline. He went even further by saying that Malema was planning to challenge the ANC constitution. He believed that Malema was working to build a EFF within the ANC. So he wanted the whole youth or that generation of the ANC at that time to be behaving like the way the EFF youth are behaving in today. According to him, he believed that in the EFF there is no democracy. Even if you are a doctor, even if you have something to say, even if you are in the right position to say something, you don't have the right to open your mouth. Well, let us now try to analyze a little bit about all this and try to understand whether this whole allegation that these gentlemen have mentioned here, does it really make sense?
I feel the ANC has lost in Julius. The ANC will be better off with him inside the fold. So I'm going to do my best to request him to reconsider coming back home.
When prompted by journalists, the same sentiments from the ANC president.
We would love to have Julius Malema back in the ANC. Now, he is still ANC down deep in his heart. So we would like to have those who are in the EFF back in the ANC, because the ANC is their home. The ANC is the home of many political parties that splintered out of it, and we would like, obviously, to build unity.
Malema has a strong bond with Winnie Madikizela Mandela. She was the first person he visited when he was expelled.
One day I will bring back my boy Julius Malema. I'll bring him home to the ANC. And he is our child too. But remember, South Africans, it all depends on you.
But in an SABC interview just weeks ago, Malema wouldn't entertain the idea.
I think the ANC is going to have to rely on people like us outside for its direction, because it's directionless. You cannot see people who are directionless doing what they are doing and then you go and join them. There is no direction. President Ramaphosa demonstrated with his reshuffle that there is no direction. He's got a lot of people to satisfy. The NDZ people, the ANC, the CR, the SACP, COSATU, and then White Monopoly Capital also has got its own people. So it's a concoction, and when you check all of them, they do not have the same, agenda. So why should I go back to contribute to such a confusion? The ANC is actually a mess. When you are in the ANC, you live a lie.
Politicians are people who deal with revenge in a very quiet way. And when I'm listening to him, I'm not surprised at all, because he is an ANC youth member, and he's the only one who can have this kind of language when it comes to what the Julius Malema with the EFF. Because even Julius Malema himself, whenever is giving a speech or whenever is being interviewed somewhere, he never starts an interview from the beginning until the end without mentioning the ANC. So this is how they get to communicate. This is how they get to pass their message. You need to challenge one in order for you to exist. If you don't do so, you will disappear in the world of politics. So listening to him, it sounded exactly what I expected of him, especially when it comes to his answer to this question. There was no way that he was going to come and speak good about the EFF with President Julius Malema. So you should not be surprised whenever you come across this kind of opinions that politicians get to give and trying to contradict each other of what had happened or what is happening, because that is how politics works. And these people that are representing the youth of the ANC, so they need to be harsh. As much the EFF that are being harsh on the ANC, they need also to attack the EFF. But the only problem we need to discuss now here on what he had just said, it is the matter that he said. Does it make sense? Yes or no? I have finished with the part one to tell you that I'm not surprised listening to him saying that, because someone like him, they have to come every time to attack the EFF, because that is the only way they can also survive or exist. That is how they can also have an impact on people of South Africa. If they don't come and struggle the EFF, if they can't come and lash it the EFF with their president Julius Malema, then it's going to be very hard for someone or people to talk about them out there. So they have to come exactly and do this. But one part which I don't agree with him, a part that I really disagree with him, is when he gives the example of Twitter or social media, saying that Julius Malema is a person who's surviving in the social media, is a person who's only trending in Twitter, and even go far saying that if it was all about Twitter, then Julius Malema would have been a president of Republic of South Africa. Dude, before I even get to develop more about this, I just have a simple question for him. Do Twitter, being something that it is kind of like a machine which operates automatically, like it gives you the views and comments and likes on its own, or is it that there is really people to whom all these Twitter or Facebook or Instagram accounts belongs to, and it is those people who are the one who get to comment, like, and react, giving their point of view? If your answer will be that yes, each and every social media account, it belongs to somebody, it belongs not to a robot, not to a machine, but it belongs to a normal human being, then I think you should not even try to think that Julius Malema, if it is up to Twitter or other social media, will have been the president of the republic. No, that is another way of you trying maybe to disrespect people who get maybe to react on different posts, because this same Twitter that the ANC, if I'm talking about the ANC this time, I'm referring to the Secretary General of the ANC, Fikile Mbalula. And this gentleman here, they both have the same language. It's been for some times now that Fikile Mbalula has been saying that if it was up to Twitter, some of us were supposed to be also a president a long time ago, because he was saying that Julius Malema, he only trend on Twitter because on Twitter people hate the ANC, which I don't think so, because ANC, if I remember very well, they are in both platforms, social media platforms. They do exist today, and it is the same people. Because remember, whenever you post something on social media, guys, it is up to people to react, whether they like you or whether they don't like you at all. And if you have to trend, which means you have people who likes you, right? And if it happened that Julius Malema is doing good on Twitter and other social media such as YouTube or whatsoever, then you guys should also ask yourself a question: why are you not trending the same as him? But coming to say that, because people hate us on Twitter, and that's why Malema is having some people who are showing some love in him and everything's there, it's a way of thinking in a very low profile, because it does not really make sense. It is the same people that react on social media. These are the same people who can be able to vote. So I understand them, guys, come to think of it, because they are saying all these things because of what there were this trending Twitter, I think the past 2 months, that they were running some poll in the in social media asking if there will be an election today in South Africa. They put about 4 political parties: ANC, DA, EFF, and SAA Actions. They put all those political parties over there, and they said, which one would you vote? So in most of these polls that they've been running by different social media, apparently the EFF, they were always leading. So since the ANC members who kind of like feel like there is no way other political party can take power if it is not the ANC in this country, obviously those kind of posts did not sit okay with them. It really put them in a very uncomfortable position, and that is how they are coming with all these things of saying that people, they hate us on social media, people they do this, people they do that, because you can buy comments, you can buy view, you can buy followers on Twitter and everything's fine. But I think that's not something that the ANC members, they should be focusing right now. If it is up to my point of view, it's not a good thing. I'll tell you why. Because instead of you focusing on those kind of who post on Twitter and what post went viral and who's being liked in Twitter or whatsoever, try to focus on how you can also be like those people on Twitter. If they are buying comments, they are buying followers, they are buying people to love them, react on their social medias post, do also the same. Do you know why? Because the general election is coming, and as this general election is coming, it will need you also to be able to be trending on those social media, so that these people will come and vote you. But if you keep on dreaming, saying that no, this thing is kind of like a robot machine that get to give you a lot of likes, get to give you a lot of view, well, keep on dreaming. Who knows, those same people that are reacting, or those so-called robot machine that you've been saying, they are the really people, and they are the one who will be voting in 2024. So that is a waste of time. So as I said again, in his comment, in his answer, obviously there are things that I myself am not surprised at all. Him as a politician, him as an ANC youth member, he should have reacted in that way, because when the EFF members also come or go in the media, they never have any compensation against ANC. They are so harsh on the ANC. So if the ANC comes back and hit back on them, Mina personally, I'm not surprised about all that. But my only point which I wanted to comment much was the part when he had to say that if it is up to Twitter, Julius Malema would have been the president, because it's been trending over there, and he don't believe in people who are subscribed to Julius Malema post, in people who are commenting to his post or giving him thumbs up. He don't believe, so he believe that it is just a platform. The real elections, it is the one people go to vote, forgetting that the same people who are voting, they have also social medias. They have Facebook, they have Twitter, they have YouTube, they have TikTok, and these people, it is the only way they get to communicate with politicians. It's the only way they get to share their love with politicians. So instead of you focusing on how Julius Malema is doing with EFF, how they are doing in social media, they should maybe try to focus on how the ANC can also be or beat Julius Malema in social media. Simple as that. So that you don't get surprised in 2024. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. It was very important that we get also to give our point of view on this video, as we get to give you our analysis and our commentary on top of it. Don't forget to give us your thumbs up if you really find anything beneficial about this video, and if this is your first time to watch our videos, just make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We'll really do appreciate that. Leave us also your comment down below. Tell us also what you think about what this gentleman had said in this video, as he was answering to the answers from different journalists. For now, continue to be yourself, be good, be kind, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.